Where's the coin?
What coin?
I will not repeat the question.
I don't know about any coin. I swear.
Where are those sacks you took from the wagon?
Sacks! They're behind the shed.
That's him! That's got to be that knight!
Is that all? Did you take anything else?
Fuck! Stop! Stop right there!
And Master Otto Rabstein's champion will be... Please, introduce yourself, Sir Knight.
Master Otter will fight for Master Otter. I don't need some young pup to take my place.
So, if both contestants are ready, let us begin.
السلام عليكم يا شباب، أهلا بكم في الحلقة الثامنة من لعبة المملكة القادمة. نكملوا فيها المغامرة الخاصة بنا ونشوفوا شين حيصير في هذه الحلقة. وقبل ما نبدأ ما تنسوش دعمنا بالاشتراك واللايك والنشر ومشاهدة ممتعة للجميع. حاليا شو نعمل يا جماعة؟ نذهب إلى مهمتنا الرئيسية. حاليا نشوف المهمة الخاصة بنا يا جماعة، المهمة الرئيسية. يقول لك كل شيء ذو بريق. لقد وجدت كومة كبيرة من القروش في معسكر بريبسلافيتس، والتي اكتشف المهندس الرئيسي تقريبا اللي هو جاب الضرائب فيما بعد أنها مزيفة. ليست هذه جريمة كبرى ضد التاج فحسب، بل إنها أيضا دليل على أن هناك المزيد من الأحداث التي تدور حول راتاي أكثر مما تراه العين. أوكي، وهذا نستنتج منه يا جماعة حتى السلالم اللي كانوا يقوموا بصناعتها عصابة رونت، فهي دليل على أن تقريبا هجمة على راتاي، يجهزوا فيها للهجوم على راتاي بما أنها سلالم، لأن أسوار راتاي كبيرة يا جماعة وعالية. عموما الهدف الحالي اذهب إلى المكان الذي يتم فيه تسليم النقود المزيفة. فين هو المكان يا جماعة؟ فين هذا المكان؟ المكان اللي هو هنا، روفنا تقريبا، في المنطقة هذه وراء روفنا، ولحسن الحظ أن فيه يعني مكان سفر سريع. يلا نذهب. جميل، هذه هي روفنا. طيب وين نسلك؟ نسلك هذا الطريق بجانب هذا البيت. طيب هنا حاليا نحن في الفترة المسائية، مش عارف إذا كان هذا جيد أو لا، بس خطر يا جماعة. أوكي، تعمقنا في الغابة. أوه، هذا نحسيه قطاع طرق ولا لا؟
Good God, what a bloody mess.
شنو هذا؟ ما هذا؟ شنو صاير؟ لوك بيك صعب جدا. اوكي نفحص.
Someone was wounded here. It looks like another person dragged him off. Maybe there'll be some tracks.
هذا حاليا يا جماعة نبغى نحققه في موت هؤلاء الاشخاص. دقيقة بس خلينا نشوفوا، نفتحوا هذا الصندوق. يقول لك هذا لوك بيك صعب او قفل صعب، ترى شو الموجود فيه. قروشن، سيف تاجر، سيف مش عارف شنو هو. طيب ما يهمناش هذا كله، نحن بنعرفه.
This is valuable. They must have been in a hurry or they'd never have left it behind. This way.
اوكي حنتتبع آثار الدماء.
Another clue. I must be going the right way.
اوكي.
Blood.
اصبر شوي، خلنا نادي معنا الكلب. الآثار تقود لي شنو اسمه، مخيم الحطابين.
Another clue. I must be going the right way. This way. Charcoal
أيوة.
burners. Someone must have seen or heard something.
اتبع أثر الدماء.
I'm on the right track.
أوكي.
Blood. Blood.
طيب وصلنا إلى هنا. أوكي. الباين هنا يا جماعة. ها هو. أوه. هذا هو. هذا هو. ها. أها. نفتح الباب. شنو فيه؟ أوه. من هو هذا؟ مرتزق.
Who are you?
أنا هنا لمساعدتك. تحدث وستعيش.
Do
أوكي.
as I say, and you might walk out of here alive.
What? What's that? What do you mean?
Don't worry about it. Just answer my questions, and I might even help you.
Well, if you say so.
لصالح من تعمل؟
Who is it you work for? Who did the wagon belong to?
To Menhart. He's some kind of merchant who hired me for protection. But that's all I know.
And where's this Menhart disappeared off to?
No idea. I blacked out after the attack. Only came to my senses once I got here. I don't even know where here is.
من نصب كمين
Who
للعربة؟
ambushed that wagon?
A knight. He's been following us for a while.
And where did he go?
I don't know. I got a beating, and then I passed out.
أوكي فارس قالها.
Do you know what you were carrying in that wagon?
I never asked Menhart that.
أوكي ما يعرفش الموجود في العربة لأن العربة تخص مينهارت هم يعني كأنهم حماية يعني للعربة. هل يمكنني إلقاء نظرة على الجرح؟
Can I see your wound?
Are you a quack?
Sort of. That's a deep wound to the flank and you're still losing blood. You need to staunch it.
Will you help me?
I can try.
أخبرني المزيد عن ذلك
Tell me
الفارس.
more about the night.
أها. شنو هذا؟
Where's the coin?
What? What coin?
I will not repeat the question.
I don't know about any coin. I swear.
Where are those sacks you took from the wagon?
Sacks. They're behind a shed.
That's him. That's got to be that knight.
Is that all? Did you take anything else?
من هو هذا؟
Stop! Stop right there!
في المشان. تعال. مشى أهو. هذا وين مقطع وين؟ ايوه هذا شد الخط يا جماعة. تعال وين ماشي وين ماشي هذا وين ماشي وين قاطع هذا يا جماعة؟ هذا داربين الخريطة بالكامل. تعال
To heal, mutt.
هوب طيح الحصان. تعال تعال
You dare to face me?
اضرب. شيباني يا جماعة، هذا رجل كبير في العمر لكن فارس.
Geht zum Teufel!
يلا تعال. يلا تعال تعال تعال.
Such a waste of young life. But you left me no choice.
اعترف.
Damn. Verrecke! Not so brave now, are you, Junge?
نفسه طويل هذا يا جماعة.
It seems you have some skill.
يلا من قال لك أن هذا صحيح؟ ماكش ضرب. أنا نضرب. أنا نضرب. تعال يلا خذها في وجهك. أيوة أوكي استسلم. تحدث.
Who is that, Teufel? It seems I have finally met my match.
شو يقول هذا؟ رئيسك في الواقع. من أنت ولماذا أنت هنا؟ اقتل. لا ما نقتلوش. لا. من أنت ولماذا أنت هنا؟
I want to know everything. Who you are, why you're here, and what you know about the ambushed wagon.
You may call me Ulrich. I will tell you nothing more until you give me some assurances.
Assurances? How about this? If you talk, I'll spare you.
Do you expect me to believe that? I know full well how these stories end. I have been at the other end of the sword more times than you can count.
I give you my word.
The word of a thief? Jesus. It is true what the preachers say. This world has gone quite mad. You had better kill me. I'm finished, anyway. Just as you are.
لماذا انتهيت؟ أنا لست مجرما. لماذا
Why
انتهيت؟
do you think I'm finished?
He who lives by the sword dies by the sword. Once you take a weapon in your hand, your days are numbered. It is the same for every one of us.
Not everyone.
Every last one. Knight, mercenary, or footpad. There are men who die peacefully in bed, their wives and children at their sides. But not you, or I. You will end your life in a ditch with your belly ripped.
والله يا جماعة صحيح. تقريبا كلامه يعني صحيح. إذا قمت بأخذ سلاح وكان السلاح دائما في يدك فأنت في الغالب يعني حتموت بالسلاح. أنا لست مجرما.
Unlike you, I'm not a criminal.
You believe that the forging of money is an honest trade?
I've got nothing to do with that. I'm not a forger, I'm the one investigating them.
What? What are you saying?
I'm in the service of Sir Radzig Kobyla, Governor of Skalitz and Royal Hetman.
Then we have something in common. I also am here under orders from above.
From who?
Perhaps you might sheath that weapon so that we may talk eye to eye, if we do indeed have a common cause.
Okay.
Stand up.
Okay.
It is true our meeting has not begun well, but if it is the truth that you are sent by Kobyla, Then we can assist each other.
What do you mean?
I found out many things, but there are still questions I cannot answer. And the last man who knew anything is now dead.
من مات؟
What man was that?
Meinhard, the merchant from Passau. Listen, I will explain everything to you, but first, I need you to do something for me.
Oh, really?
You will introduce me to a certain person, and I will tell you everything I've learned.
من تقصد؟
Who do you mean?
Master Tobias Pfeiffer. If you truly serve Sir Radzik, then you must know him.
I think I know who you mean. What do you want him for?
I have here a written confession which tells how those forgeries are made, but I do not understand such technical matters. Master Pfeiffer, however,
We'll definitely be able to make sense of it. And you'll give it to me, just like that.
it seems I have little choice. This is the last lead I have. In the meantime, I will return to Sassau and see what I might learn there.
أوه يا جماعة والله قوية هذه التغير في الأحداث قوي. دخول الشخصية هذه في الوسط غيرت كل شيء. طيب هنا قال عندي دليل على تزوير هذه العملات النقدية القروشن، يعني عندي دليل من اللي يزور فيها. هو طالب منا شيء معين مقابل الدليل اللي موجود عنده حاليا. باهي طيب هنا قال له سأعود إلى ساساو، وهنا نقول له ألا يجب أن تذهب معي؟
Shouldn't you go with me to see Pfeiffer?
No,
فيفر.
I must remain in Sassau. I have some loose ends that must be tied.
من أنت على أي حال؟
What's your name, anyway?
I told you, I am Ulrich.
Just Ulrich?
أوريش.
It is enough.
Because you
أوريش.
look like a knight. They seldom have just one name.
It is true, I have a horse, armor, a sword, and a shield. But there are many ways to acquire such things these days. As I am sure you know.
So you're not a knight?
I'm a trustworthy soldier in the service of a nobleman. That is all you need to know.
All right then, Ulrich. Let's leave it at that.
لصالح من تعمل؟
Who are you working for?
I understand why you wish to know. But this does not mean I am at liberty to tell you.
That sounds a bit fishy.
It is simply that my master does not wish to be revealed. And if we are to help one another, that is how it must remain.
نقود
Tell me what you
مزورة.
know about the false coins.
Do you know Passau?
من هو؟ باساو؟ لا أعرف ترى.
No, what is it?
A city in Bavaria. Passau is a city of trade. All the currencies in Christendom change hands there.
I see.
أوكي.
And that would include Prague groschen.
Some months ago, counterfeit groschen were discovered to be circulating there. They are made from copper plated with silver. The Passau alderman began to investigate and learned that a family of money changers was involved. They were bringing the forged coins in from Bohemia and sending back real ones. My liege lord is allied to the Passau alderman, so they requested that he deal with the matter.
And so he sent you.
Yes, he needed a man that he could trust absolutely.
أوكي. عربة
And what
الكمين.
about that wagon? What happened there exactly?
I followed Meinhard from Passau. I had reason to suspect a connection with Sassau.
لذلك كانت العربة تحمل عملات نقدية مزيفة.
So they were transporting false groschen on that wagon.
Yes. On their way here, they brought real coin. Groschen, forints, francs, and the like. But now, the sacks were full of counterfeits.
أها. طيب يعني لما جي توصل العملات النقدية يا جماعة الأصلية الحقيقية، لما توصل في الطريق يقوموا باستبدالها بعملات مزورة لما تدخل، لأن هي تدخل من ساو، يعني هذه المقاطعة التجارية اللي هم أصلا يصنعوا في العملات، صك العملة يصكوا فيها هناك في ساو، يدخلوا فيها لبوهيميا. لما تدخل لبوهيميا النقود الأصلية يتم تغييرها في الطريق. طبعا بما أن بوهيميا يعني في حالة فوضى، فبعتوا هذا الفارس ليحل المشكلة. شك
What
حول
do you mean
ساساو.
about the connection with Sasau?
The matter was investigated in Passau, and the executioner extracted information from those who were arrested. They told him that the coins were made in a monastery.
What, in the
Ooh.
monastery itself?
I cannot say. I know only what the Passau scribe wrote down in his reports of the interrogations.
أوه يا جماعة، يتم صناعة شكلها هي العملة أو تزويرها في دير أو كنيسة يعني. لماذا قفزتم هنا؟
Why did you let them get here before attacking?
I wanted to discover where they hand over their coins, which I failed to do. Besides, Maynard had an armed escort, and they kept 2 busy roads and lodged at inns throughout their journey, until he came to this god-forsaken track. I cannot guess why he came here, but it was the perfect opportunity to strike.
أخبرني
What
عن
happened on
الكمين.
that track?
I ambushed them. I took down 2, but that bastard Maynard cut the horses loose and rode away.
What next?
While I was chasing Maynard, those charcoal burners came and stole what they could. Before I could catch him, his horse threw him and he broke his neck.
أوه.
So we won't get anything out of him.
Unfortunately not.
أوكي فهمت. مينهارد يا جماعة اللي كان مع القافلة لما هجم عليهم هذا الفارس عمل لهم كمين، أسقط 2 منهم وهرب مينهارد ولحق مينهارد. مينهارد يا جماعة سقط من حصانه أو سقط وقع من حصانه وانكسرت رقبته مات. وجماعة المخيم الحطابين استغلوا الفرصة، يقول عربة محطمة ويقول النقود المزورة والأشياء الموجودة الثمينة في هذه العربة أخذوها معاهم. هذا ليش هو جاي يضرب فيهم يعني في مخيم الحطابين. طيب ماذا حدث مع مينهارد؟ ما هو مات، ما هو قال لك مات.
He is dead, of course.
مات خلاص.
I know, but what did you do with his body?
I buried it. He was a bastard. But I am not one to leave Christian remains rotting in the woods.
I see. And where's his grave?
He ran from the wagon uphill along the path to the north. Along the way there is an old ruined cabin. I buried him behind it. And don't think I don't know why you ask. Robbing graves is shameful.
قبر مينهارد. اوكي. شو بنلاقوا عنده يعني مينهارد اذا شفنا القبر الخاص به؟ مش عارف، تو نشوفوه اذا موجود. هذا ليس ما هو عليه، انت من بين كل الناس تقول ذلك. تعال نشوف.
That's not it at all.
If you say so.
I'd say that's the pot calling the kettle black.
You're mistaken. I have many deaths on my conscience. But robbing the dead, that's something I have no stomach for.
اوكي، لذا سوف اتوجه لرؤية فيفر.
Very well. I'll go and see Master Fayfar.
Godspeed.
فيفر.
I will wait in Sasau at the Wagoner's Inn.
يا عيني عليك. طيب جميل. أحداث يا جماعة أشملهم تتطور والله إلا غريبة. طيب قبر مينهارد. طيب يا جماعة نمنا في مخيم الحطابين لأن يعني يجي الفترة الصباحية. خلينا نأكل. يا سلام. وحنتتبع الطريق اللي قلنا عليها شنو اسمه هو اللي هو الفارس أوريش، الفارس الأشيب. قال لنا مكان دفن مينهارد اللي هو التاجر اللي يوصل فيه العملات ويتم تزويرها. قال يا جماعة اتجه مباشرة إلى النورث أو الشمال وهتلقى يعني مثل المنزل المهجور أو الكوخ المهجور. بعد ما سقط مينهارد من الحصان ويعني قتل دفن خلف هذا المنزل. قال المنزل حتلقاه على طول الطريق لكن فين مش عارف، إلى الآن مش باين شيء. هي بس ما تقوليش هذا هو. هذا هو. طيب تقريبا يا جماعة هذا إذا ما خابش ظني هذا المنزل. طيب خلفه، خلف المنزل يعني هون المفروض يكون صح أو هنا. شنو هذا؟ شنو موجود هنا؟ فتح مش عارف في شيء. فين حيكون؟ المفروض يكون واضح القبر يا جماعة هنا إذا كان موجود، إذا كان هذا هو صح المكان. خلف المنزل. خلف المنزل من هنا مفروض هنا. هذا شنو؟ وقت الأرانب تو يا كلوب. مش وقت الأرانب تو الصيد. أها ابدأ الحفر يا شيخ. والله إلا هو تقريبا هو، لكن خير هيك يعني القبر خير، مش مفروض يكون واضح يعني زي القبور اللي نلقوا فيها. ابدأ الحفر. واو هو ولا إلا هو؟ مين هارت. أيوة مين هارت. للأسف يا مين هارت ما تقابلناش يعني شخصيا. أوكي شنو عنده هذا؟ سيف وأيضا جروشن وقلادة. هات شنو السيف الغريب هذا؟ يس خيرك شكل السيف. فينه هذا؟ ترى سيف صغير هذا يا جماعة. طيب ممتاز وجدنا القبر. كان يدري علينا أولريش. لص القبور هنري، لص القبور. طيب شو المطلوب منا حاليا يا جماعة؟ مطلوب منا نذهب إلى هذه العلامة المهمة اللي هي أعطي مستندات أولريش إلى توبياس فيفر. يلا نمشي الرتاي. يلا بينا. أوكي فيفر، هذا فيفر مفروض، هذا فيفر يا جماعة. توبياس فيفر. اللي هو الحائل جاب الضرائب تقريبا يعني اللي جاب اللي هي العملات المزورة. خلينا نكلمه.
Greetings. What business have you?
جروشن المزيف.
Master Fayfar, I need to speak with you. I found out something about the counterfeit coin.
Did you really? Do tell.
Close to Rovna, I came across a wagon that was transporting the false coins. Unfortunately, I came too late. The carter and his men were dead.
Damn and blast. Do you know who did it?
Yes. A certain knight turned up there. It turned out he was also after the forgers.
Well, that is indeed unexpected. Tell me, what did he say?
اسمه أوريش.
His name is Ulrich. He looked like a knight, but he refused to show his master's colours.
Ulrich, you say? Could be anyone. Can you describe him?
An older man with a moustache. But for all his grey hairs, he seemed pretty tough to me.
Doesn't match anyone I've heard of. But then we don't even know if Ulrich is his real name.
سألته من هو وكيله لكنه لم يرد.
I asked him who his liege was, but he refused to tell me.
We live in such strange times. In days past, knights would vie with each other to see who could extol their liege's name the loudest. And today, they take assumed names, hide their emblems, and sneak around the land like thieves.
I got the impression he was hiding his identity because his master's at odds with Sir Radzig.
That may well be. As a staunch supporter of the king, Sir Radzig has many enemies.
طيب أخبرني من أين جاء القروش
He told me
المزيف.
that the fake money was being taken to
أخبرني.
Passau in exchange for gold coins. Then that real money was being brought back to the Bohemian lands.
That would explain why those fakes bear the Passau countermark.
His master is allied with the Passau alderman, and they told him to sort it all out.
I wonder who could be behind it all.
أعطاني هذه الوثائق.
He gave me these documents to show you. He seemed to think they prove he was telling the truth. They're the records of the interrogations in Passau, and some other things he said you'd understand better than him.
Let me see. We, the aldermen of the city of Passau, interrogation held this day, put to pen by the quaestor. The place of origin is a monastery in the land of Bohemia. Which certainly confirms my suspicion that something underhand is going on in Sasau. Coin assay report. Copper core coated with amalgam. Ah, but this is interesting. Here's an outline description of how the forgeries are made. I'll have to study it more closely. We command Herr Ulrich to investigate and let no man stand in his way. This looks like the original safe conduct. It has the seal of the Passau alderman, but they certainly didn't pen this.
How do you know?
I recognize the hand. It's a Clement of Kaplitz, the high scribe of the Rosenbergs.
روزنبرغ.
The Rosenbergs? Who's that?
A rich and powerful family in South Bohemia. Burgrave Henry III is a great rival of our King Wenceslas.
فماذا يعني
So
هذا؟
what does all this mean?
Well, it certainly explains why your knight is so mysterious. Anyway, we should be careful. And we shall begin our investigation. The documents show they use silver amalgam for coating copper fakes. That's a lead we can follow.
What?
Silver amalgam. It's produced from quicksilver and silver.
Well, that doesn't sound like something just anyone can get hold of.
You're quite right. You will go to Sasau at once. Look around the forges in the city. Someone must be working copper for them. I, meanwhile, will take counsel with Sir Radzig and then follow after you.
Where shall we meet?
At the inn on Sasau Market Square.
طيب أنا هنا بأمر
Master
السراج.
Fafar, Sir Radzig sent me to you.
Did he? He must think highly of you.
I do the best I can.
That's good, because this is damned important. Silver's our most valuable asset.
How can I help with these, evil forebodings of yours?
Sir Radzig may make light of it, but a large quantity of silver has been discovered hereabouts, and no one is guarding the Skalitz mines, the most likely source.
You really think someone could be stealing the silver from the mines? I would have thought that would be quite a job, wouldn't it?
It certainly would. Which is why I'd like you to go and check out not only the mine gallery, but also the yard with the smelter and the waterworks. See what kind of state it's all in, and if anything looks suspicious.
أين هذه
Is
المساحة؟
that the yard next to the Skalitz mill?
That's the one. I don't know what state it's in now. There used to be a stock of charcoal and smelted silver there.
A silver store? Could there really be any left?
I doubt it. I'd be surprised if it was still standing at all.
وماذا عن
What about these waterworks? What's there?
The
محطة
stamping
الماء؟
mill and washing troughs. They're on the bend in the river below the castle. You can't miss them. There are big tanks and equipment all around.
You
Well,
said
Madam
mine
Lynch.
gallery. Just one.
Boy, there's such a maze there that it would take a week to crawl through the place. There's only one gallery I'm interested in, at the foot of the hill by a small fish pond.
Why just that one?
Because I was expecting to find a scene there. All the indications pointed to it. So if anyone is stealing silver, it'll be right there.
Should I be expecting trouble then?
Well, I definitely wouldn't treat the job like a visit to church on Sunday. You could find yourself facing that pack of hungry dogs trailing the army, or a band of brigands.
I see. Well, you and Sir Radzig can rely on me. That's all clear. I'll get going.
Take care now.
دايم يا جماعة شني هذا؟ شيء يخليك مصدوم وحاير في نفس الوقت. طيب أول شيء خلينا ننام أول شيء يا جماعة، لكن خلينا نشوف المهام. مهام كثيرة يا جماعة، كثيرة في ساساو وفي مناجم الفضة وفي كل مكان. هذا كله بسبب تزوير العملات القروشن. اكتشف من يعمل في ساساو مع النحاس أو النحاس تقريبا. اكتشف من أين يحصل المزورون على الفضة السريعة. تحدث مع أوريش. طيب خلينا ننام. والصباح رباح. يلا طيب وصلنا لساساو يا جماعة، وحاليا هنا نتحققوا اللي هو من شنو، اللي هو النحاس تقريبا او النحاس، يعني تجارة النحاس. فعندنا هنا يا جماعة اللي هو محل الخاص بالدروع، اقرب يعني شيء للصناعة، أي شيء له علاقة بالمعادن اللي هو الأسلحة والدروع. هل تعمل بالنحاس؟
Do you make anything out of copper, Master?
I do a bit of Damascene decor sometimes. Why do you ask?
I'm looking for someone who could do me some copper sheets.
Well, that's pretty rough and ready work. I wouldn't waste my time with it. But go and ask Zach from the craftsman's yard by the monastery. He's bought up all the copper to be had around here anyway.
اشترى كل النحاس. ماذا يمكنك أن تخبرني عن حداد ساساو؟
What can you tell me about the blacksmiths here in Sasau?
Depends which ones you mean. In the town there's Mikesh. He's a decent man and an honest craftsman. And in the yard by the monastery there's Zach. But there's not many good words I can say about him.
ميكيش.
Tell me something about Mikesh.
Like I said, he's an honest craftsman, which isn't something you can say about every blacksmith in town.
Zach.
What about the monastery blacksmith, Zach?
Well, him and me don't exactly see eye to eye. He wanted to buy my business, but I turned him down. Ever since then, he hasn't had a good word to say about me.
طيب
That'll be all.
كويس.
Thank you.
طيب كويس.
God be with you.
ميكيش وزاك. ميكيش وزاك. خلينا نمشي للحداد. الحداد قال لك اشترى كمية كبيرة من النحاس. الحداد اللي هو فين يا جماعة؟ اوكي هذا الحداد، هذا الحداد، هذا هو. طيب هذا هو الحداد. هذا الحرفي وهذا ميكيش. هذا ميكيش. تعال يا ميكيش.
God be with you.
هل تعمل
Do you
بالنحاس؟
ever work with copper here?
No, and even if I wanted to, I couldn't. Zach from the monastery craftsman's yard has bought out all the copper.
زاك. اوكي.
What can you tell me about the Sasau blacksmiths?
There's too many of us, I'll tell you that for free. This is only a small town. There's Zach, who has a forge in the craftsman's yard and mostly works on the construction of the church. And then, apart from me, there's Master Armourer Otter of Ramstein.
زاك هذا نعرفوه، تعال
Tell
نشوفوه.
me more about Zach.
Don't have much time for him myself. He knows his craft, no question. But he seems to think his son, Vitus, will be a master armourer in Prague one day.
My father was a blacksmith, and I expect he thought much the same about me. That's how fathers are, isn't it?
Of course, any man should be proud of his boy. But Zach makes pride a sin. That's why he's at loggerheads with Master Otter.
طيب سيد
Can you tell me something
أوتا.
about Master Otter?
Well now, there's a master to look up to. He's worked for the lords of Kunstadt and for the richest townsfolk of Prague.
If you don't mind my asking, what brings him here?
The same as draws all reasonable people. He's enjoying the peace and quiet. Or rather, he used to enjoy some peace. That dispute with Zach must have put a few more wrinkles on his brow.
طيب بيناتهم خلاف اللي هي أوتا وزاك. لماذا هم على خلاف؟
What are Zach and Master Otter arguing about?
Zach had his boy Vitus trained as an armourer in Kuttenberg, and he wanted to buy out Otter's place for him. Except that Otter's a proud man. How would it have looked? A master armourer giving way to a young whippersnapper who's barely let go of his mother's skirts? And they've been arguing ever since. Well, Zach mostly. He badmouths Otter every chance he gets. He claims that he's only fit for mending pots and that his son will see him off.
اوكي فهمت. اوتا اللي هو يا جماعة صاحب متجر الخاص بالدروع اللي يصنع في الدروع، هذا اسمه اوتا. طيب تمام.
Thank you.
طيب حاليا عندنا زاك. زاك هو اللي اشترى كل النحاس. زاك. لذلك حنبحث على زاك. في حداد تاني فين موجود؟ قال في جهة الدير. الدير تقريبا اللي هو هذا صح؟ ايه اوكي هذا هو. طيب
God save you, Henry.
Where's he going?
Is he ignoring us? Henry!
Hey! I can't believe it. We've known each other our whole lives, near enough. He's got to be bloody joking.
يا جماعة هذا منو؟
He's got to be bloody joking.
فريدز وماثيو أصدقاء هنري يا جماعة.
What's he doing?
أصدقاء الشقاوة يا جماعة.
Is it even him?
شوف شوف.
He really is ignoring us. We're here. Don't you see us, you dolt?
He's got to be bloody joking.
He really is ignoring us.
نعم أنا أتجاهلكم لأني النوبل مان أنا أصبحت.
Really?
ترى نكلموهم. شنو يعملوا هنا هم أصلا؟ فريتز وماثيو واو.
I'm glad to see you.
أنت حي.
Matthew! Fritz! You're alive!
Of course we're alive.
You can't get rid of us that easily.
I'm almost surprised how happy I am to see the pair of you are all right.
We are now, but we barely made it.
Yeah, it was hard. Fritz ran like a little girl.
Really?
Bollocks! Bloody Joker.
Tell us what happened to you.
They gave me a pretty good thrashing as well. It was only in Rat Eye that I got back in my right mind.
And I see you're not doing too badly for yourself. What are you up to?
أنا شني مربي السير رادزق. أنا تابع للسير رادزق.
Right now, I'm a squire for Sir Radzig.
I see you've worked your way up.
And how are you two getting by?
It's shit.
You said it. We're still chopped off to bits. Owe the monastery a bundle. And there's no work here.
Not for anyone with more than half a brain, anyway.
لم تكن أبدا مولعا بالعمل لكن الناس دائما بحاجة إلى نجارين. ألا يحتاج أحد في ساساو إلى نجارين؟
Well, you two and work never got along. But don't tell me that they're not in need of carpenters. They're reconstructing the monastery.
They don't want us there.
And there's nothing else around here.
Hey, you wouldn't happen to know of anything?
It will really help us out right now.
سأحاول المساعدة. سأجد لك شيئا. اذهب إلى الجحيم. لن أفعل شيئا من أجلك. لا كيف هذوما أصحاب وأحباب هذوما. سأحاول المساعدة.
Well, I can ask around, but I'm not promising anything.
Thanks, Henry.
We'll pay off the debt. Don't you worry.
ما الذي تستطيع القيام به؟ من نجا أيضا.
What other neighbours of ours made it?
Your hunker's in the monastery. That girl really helped us out. That's about all we know. When we ran for it, we helped Teresa. But who knows where she is now? We got separated.
لا شوف شنو بيقول. أنقذتني تيريزا لقد أنقذت تيريزا. بيكذب عليهم. بيقول لي روح إن فارس. لا قول الحق. لقد أنقذتني تيريزا.
I owe my life to Teresa. She hauled me unconscious to the mill in Ratai and nursed me back to health.
I'm glad she survived. Since you know her so well, why not try asking her if she knows about any work?
ما الذي تستطيع القيام به؟
And where would they hire you to?
Well, we were carpenters in the mines, so wherever they work with wood, I suppose. Forget about construction. After Skalitz, no one will be building for a long time. Just here in Sasau, and they don't want us here. The best chance we have is to work at a mill. People always have to eat. Ideally, we're looking for a job that pays a lot and doesn't require much work. Good luck then.
نجارين. طيب يا جماعة شو رأيكم؟ حسب ما قالوا لي الشباب السير ديفيش حيعطي هنري مهمة بناء يعني زي المدينة أو القرية اللي هي فينها حسب ما قالوا لي يعني مانيش عارف إذا الكلام صحيح. اللي هي هذه اللي حررناها اللي هي كانت معسكر لقطاع الطرق أو عصابة رونت اللي هي بريبيسلافيتس. هذه تابعة للسير ديفيش بيعطيها لهنري وهنري بيقوم بالإشراف على بنائها. فاللي نبي نوضحه هل لما نقوم بالإشراف على هذه المدينة هل نستطيع نعين مثلا الأصدقاء هنري اللي هم هادم فريتز وماثيو في هذه المهمة، بدل أن بحثوا لهم على عمل إذا قمنا بأخذ المدينة ممكن نوظفوهم، صح أو لا؟ والله ماني عارف، لكن حنشوف. خلينا أول شيء نمشوا لهذا الحداد المريب الذي أخذ النحاس لغرض غير معروف ومجهول، وتدور حوله الشكوك. فينه؟ المفروض يكون هذا هو تقريبا، صح؟ زاك. لا هذا فيتوس. اوكي مين زاك؟ هذا زاك. تعال يا زاك.
God be with you.
أهلا وسهلا. هل تعمل
Do you work
بالنحاس؟
any copper here, Master Blacksmith?
Why'd you ask?
أرغب في صنع شيء ما. أنا أقدم بعض الاستفسارات لا أستطيع أن أقول.
I want to commission you to make something.
Then you best go elsewhere. I never use copper.
What؟ هذا ليس ما سمعته.
That's not what I heard.
What?
I was told in town that you bought all the other blacksmith's copper.
I'm being made a fool of yet again, it seems. Anything else? I still have work to do.
أوكي، هل يمكنك أن تخبرني عن حداد ساساو؟
What can you tell me about the Sasau blacksmiths?
Well, there's Mikesh. He's honest enough and a fair-handed everyday things. And then there's Master Otter. He used to have talent, but now he's too old and too proud to admit it.
في خلاف بينه وبين أوتا أصلا حول هذا النحاس.
So back to that copper, Master Blacksmith.
What? I thought I told you I don't work with copper.
طيب أنا أرى. طيب شوف.
Take care now.
في شخص ثاني يشتغل معاه اللي هو هذا تقريبا ترى فوكس، ترى نشوفوه فيتوس. شوفوه نحاس.
Your father says you don't work any copper.
We don't.
I've heard differently around town. They say your father's bought up all the copper to be had.
Are you calling me a liar? Or my father? You're asking for it, boy.
أوكي. طيب هذا فيتوس يا جماعة اللي هو ابن زاك، لكن هنا في خيارات تانية لابن زاك. هنا في طبعا مهارات بنخلوه أو نقنعوه إنه يقوم أو يعترف بالشيء هذا. هنا مهارة اللي هي مهارة القوة والقسوة، سوف يضر مهارة المكانة الاجتماعية. لقد تم إرسالي إلى هنا من قبل السير رادزيك كوبيلا. تمام، هذه 15 مقابل 6. وهنا إذا كنت تريد قتالا فلا بأس. أيوة. طيب خلينا نشوفوا هذا الخيار يا جماعة. خيار اللي هو المكانة الاجتماعية ممكن متفوقة ل 15 مقابل 6، هذا رقم كبير. خلينا نشوف.
You're right. It's nothing to me either way.
Right. So clear off.
I mean, beside the fact I'm here on behalf of the Royal Burgrave Sir Radzig Kobyla, investigating a grievous crime against the crown.
What? What are you talking about?
I'd let you read my Bill of Authority, but I doubt you're educated enough to understand it.
I'm so sorry. I didn't realise. If I'd known, of course I wouldn't. I mean, you understand, don't you?
Stop prattling, for God's sake, and start telling me the truth. What's the story with the copper at your forge?
You're right. We do make copper sheets here at night.
يا باب الخوف باهي. الغريب في الأمر إن أبوه خلفه يا جماعة. ما يدري على شيء ولا ما يسمعش ولا شو القصة. ريتوشن قال نصنع في الألواح النحاسية في الليل، في الفترة المسائية، معناها في الليل بدون ما يدري عليهم حد. لماذا السرية؟ لمن تصنعهم؟ والدك في ورطة. أوكي، لماذا السرية؟
Why all the secrecy about it?
Father forbade me to talk about it. I don't know why. I didn't ask.
طيب لمن تصنعهم؟
Who buys those sheets from you?
I don't know. I've never set eyes on him. Father doesn't like to talk about it.
والدك في ورطة.
Your father has some serious explaining to do.
I'm so sorry. If I'd known who you were, I'd never have taken such liberties.
لا تهتم، هذا ليس خطأك. لا تعتقد أنك في وضع واضح. أوكي.
Never mind. You weren't to know who I am. You were just protecting your father's business interests like any good son.
Thank you. Take care.
طيب حاليا نقدر نمشي مرة ثانية نرجع لزاك صح؟ حول
So
النحاس.
back to that copper, Master Blacksmith.
What? I thought I told you I don't work with copper.
لقد اعترف ابنك.
Your son put it quite differently.
What's that? What are you blabbering on about?
Don't be angry with him. I didn't give him any choice.
All right. I suppose there's no point lying. We do make copy sheets here, and I wanted to keep it quiet.
Why?
Pays me good money, and the people I do it for. I wouldn't want to get on the wrong side of them.
هل هناك من يهددك؟ أنت جبان.
Did they threaten you?
They didn't have to. Just by the look of them, I could say I needed to shut my mouth and do what they wanted.
And did they ever tell you who they were? Do you know where to find them?
I know a little. But show some understanding. There's nothing but trouble in it for me. I'll lose the work and be left looking over my shoulder for some thugs to come and burn down my house. Or worse.
أوكي. هو يعني كان خايف منهم لأن كان منظرهم واضح أنهم حيعملوا له شيء لو كان يعني رفض الأمر أو فضحهم. لا يجب أن تعمل مع المجرمين. ما ستحصل عليه مني سيكون أسوأ بكثير.
If you lie down with dogs, you shouldn't complain about the fleas.
There's no need for threats. We can both benefit here. If I tell you everything I know, you can help me with a certain small matter. One that'll cover up for my loss of earnings.
أوكي. ماذا يجري؟ المال هو آخر شيء ستحتاجه في المحرقة. كيف تجرؤ على محاولة عقد صفقات معي؟ أوكي ممكن حتى إحنا نستفاد يا جماعة عندكم علم. ممكن نستفاد ممكن في شيء له علاقة بأموال حاجة يعني.
So what are we talking about?
I recently tried to buy Master Armourer Otto Rabstein's business for my son Vitus, but that old fool wouldn't listen to reason. He said he couldn't understand his legacy being taken over by a clod like my Vitus. Despite the insult, I doubled my offer, but Master Otto still wouldn't budge.
And what is it you need from me?
I thought I'd show Otto that Vitus isn't such a dolt as he thinks, but for that I need someone experienced in combat.
أوكي يقول لك يمكنني التعامل مع ذلك أنا لست مهتم.
Well, that doesn't sound so bad.
أوكي ما هي
What's your
خطتك؟
plan?
Otto's busy making a very pretty suit of armor for the bailiff. So I was thinking, if we could show that pretty armor of his is absolutely useless, he'd be disgraced.
And how am I supposed to see to that?
Well, I'd reckon we'd arrange a duel of champions with bludgeons. You'll put on Vitus's armor, and Otto will send his champion in that tin shit of his. You invite the bailiff to watch, and Otto will be made a laughingstock in front of everyone.
Then what do I get out of it?
What we already agreed. I'll give up dealing in copper, and I'll tell you everything I know about what's been going on.
أنا متفق. هل ستنجح خطتك؟ ماذا لو خسرت؟ متفق عليه ولكن افترضنا أن الدرع قد فقد. لا أحب هذا الصوت أو هذا الشيء. هل ستنجح
You really
الخطة؟
think that will work?
Otto's always mouthing off in the alehouse that my young lad isn't worth a damn. Once I show he's just a bitter old bastard spouting hot air, his business will be ruined, and Vitus will reap the reward. What with all the strife in the country these days, there'll be no end of work for a good armourer.
ماذا لو
But what if
خسرت؟
I lose?
Nonsense. How could you? Vitus's armour is light as an eggshell and hard as a rock.
أوكي درع قوي يعني متفق عليه ولكن افترضنا أن الدرع قد فقد.
How about if the armour for the bailiff mysteriously went missing?
Jesus Christ. Don't even talk about it. Although, if Otto doesn't agree to the duel, it might be the only option.
Exactly. And if you want to wreck Otter's reputation, not keeping his promise to the bailiff could be even worse for him than your idea.
You're right. Do whatever you think fit then. But if the armor gets lost, don't come to me afterwards. I know nothing about it, right?
Of course.
يا الله حال يا جماعة. خشينا في مواضيع مواضيع حسد وغيرة ودسائس ومكر. يا إلهي يا إلهي، هذه أكره صفات موجودة عند الإنسان. طيب شو نعمل حاليا؟ هو قال يعني تكون مواجهة، نعمل مواجهة بين أوتا وبين ابنه. شنو اسمه ابنه؟ شنو اسمه هو؟ فينوس ولا فيسوس ولا تيسوس ولا تيوس؟ فيتوس، اسمه فيتوس. طيب فيتوس، بين فيتوس وأوتا نعمل مواجهة يعني في الدروع. درع فيتوس ودرع اللي هو أوتا اللي حاليا يصنع فيه لي البيلف. يصنع في الدرع هذا، يصنع أوتا في درع أو قام بصناعة درع للبيلف. فيقوم بعمل مواجهة بين الدرع فيتوس اللي حيقوم بارتداء هنري والدرع البيلف اللي يرتديه ممكن أحد المقاتلين، وحيشوفوا في المعركة من اللي حيكون درع أفضل وأصلب وأقوى وأخف أيضا. لكن الشيء هذا مربوط بموافقة أوتا على هذا الاقتراح. إذا وافق أوتا على هذا الاقتراح أوكي، إذا ما وافقش فالحل الوحيد أو الأخير اللي هو سرقة درع الخاص بأوتا. فهذا على أساس هذا كل شيء. هذا شنو الفكرة؟ شنو المطلوب؟ المطلوب أنه يشوهوا سمعة أوتا صانع الدروع هذا، يشوهوا سمعته حتى يترك العمل في هذا المتجر الخاص به ويسلمه لفينوس ولا فيتوس ولا شنو اسمه ابن زاك. فخلينا نكلمه هذا أوتا ترى.
God's blessings.
أنت تتحدى في مبارزة.
Master Armorer, I have a message for you from Blacksmith Zack.
If it's another one of his so-called generous offers, you can go straight back and tell him I'm not selling, and that's that.
No, this is another matter. Vitus wants to challenge you to a duel.
What? Me fight with that brat? Zack must have lost his mind entirely.
هل أنت خائف ستكون مبارزة من الأعمال اليدوية؟
Surely you're not afraid of him, Master Otter?
Pah! Me? Afraid of him? Nonsense. But a respectable craftsman like me can't be seen battering a barely trained runt.
It will be a duel with bludgeons. No bloodshed. At most a few bruises and some dents in the armour. Zack chose me to wear Vitus armour.
And so I'm to choose a champion of my own? That sounds reasonable.
Good. So let's agree on the time and place.
Hold your horses, young fella. I've got a counter offer for you. Now I'm sure Zack is paying you well.
أنا لا أفعل ذلك من أجل العملة. نعم. طيب ترى نقول نعم.
Deny it.
I could pay you more. And I'd tailor-make a cuirass just for you. What do you say?
You mean if I fight as your champion instead? I'm not sure how Zack would take it.
No. You fight on Zack's side and lose.
هذا عار، سأفعل ذلك. أنا لست غشاشا. أوكي، أنا لست غشاشا.
Get it. I won't sully my name with cheating.
Suit yourself. But my champion will batter you into the ground anyway, so you've nothing to gain.
So, choose the time and place.
What, me?
You're the one being challenged, so it's your right.
Well, it's all the same to me. Go and sort it out with the bailiff. He should know about it anyway, so I don't look like a troublemaker.
All right?
جميل.
Good luck to you.
جميل. والله لا قوي. يلا أحداث غريبة يا جماعة. كل هذا التفاصيل والخطوات والمراحل بسبب فقط أن نعرفوا الشخص اللي يقوم بأخذ النحاس أو صناعة اللي يأخذ في النحاس من زاك. يعني كل مرحلة وراها حكاية طويلة. نمشوا للبيلف حنكلموه باش يحدد لنا مكان المعركة أو المبارزة.
Good health to you.
I'm here on behalf of blacksmith Zach.
Zach? What does that madman want now? Don't tell me. It's another complaint about the Master Armorer. Well, you can tell Zach if you waste another minute of my time with that pathetic feud of his, I'll have him up for disrespecting the office of the bailiff.
No, it's not a complaint this time. In fact, Zach came up with an idea to settle the dispute once and for all.
Is that so? Well, that's a different kettle of fish. That's just what I was after. You have my full attention, friend. What's his plan?
A duel.
Jesus Christ! Has he lost his wits entirely?
زاك هو بالتأكيد رجل مجنون. لا تقلق، ستكون مبارزة بالهراوات.
Don't worry, Goodman Bailiff. No one will get killed. It will only be a duel with bludgeons. Zach chose me as his champion. I'll be wearing a suit of armour made by his son, Vitus, and I'll fight Otter's champion. Whoever falls first, loses.
That sounds like a fine spectacle for the village green. Naturally, I'll have to be present to ensure nothing untoward happens.
Your presence is certainly expected, Bailiff. We'd like you to referee the whole duel.
Very well. We'll have it on the marketplace in the front of the church. But when?
That's up to you.
We can announce it right now.
اوكي، ابدأ المبارزة. دي شيء آخر ليفعله. ابدأ المبارزة.
I'll have it announced around town. You come along at just the right time. It'll be a fine show for the townsfolk, and I'll finally get that pair and their constant squabbling off my back. Take care now.
أوب، بدأت المبارزة.
Good citizens of Sasau, our township has long been plagued by a protracted dispute. As you are no doubt aware, Zach, the blacksmith of the monastery courtyard, and Master Armorer Otto Rabstein have been, for some time, at odds. And in so much as it behoves my office as bailiff to settle such disputes and maintain peace and order, I have decided to resolve the blacksmith's quarrel by unconventional means, whilst affording an entertaining spectacle. In short, we shall let them knock each other's teeth out. However, since it ill befits two respectable tradesmen to maul each other on the market square like a pair of cocks on a dung heap, each of them has elected a champion. Zach, the blacksmith, has appointed to fight in his stead Henry of Scarlet. And Master Otto Rabstein's champion will be... Please, introduce yourself, Sir Knight.
Master Otter will fight for Master Otter. I don't need some young pup to take my place.
I remind you that this will be a duel with bludgeons alone, and until first blood is shed. Come, folks, be sensible for heaven's sake. We don't want any maiming here, or, God forbid, murder. So, if both contestants are ready, let us begin.
الحداد اوتا نفسه يا جماعة بيبارزنا، بيبارز هنري. قوية والله. اوتا اضرب يا اوتا، اضرب. شنو صار؟ شنو صار؟ اصبر. لا 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 لا. ضربة واحدة.
You kicked that old bastard's ass, Henry. His ears will be ringing for a month. Now everyone will see who knows how to make armor and who's all hot air.
اصبر يا جماعة. وهنري اشوف مشلحين هنري، وين دروعه هنري؟ الله يا جماعة. اوتا قال انا نبارز يعني بحالي، اوتا يبارز لي اوتا يعني لحساب اوتا نفسه، ما يعني ما يستحقش انه يعين جراء يبارزوا في مكانه، يعني يحكي يقصد به هنري بان جروا قام بتعيين زاك يبارز في مكانه. فبمجرد انها بدأت، اول ما بدأت المبارزة يا جماعة، اول ردة فعل من الهجمة اعطيناه ضربة واحدة فقط انتهت المبارزة. كان الامر سهلا مثل السقوط من جذوع الاشجار. عملت حتى شنو العرق، لا تهين اوتا، قاتل بشجاعة. ما ريناش منه قتال يا جماعة.
It was as easy as falling off a log. Any other business disputes you'd like me to sort out for you?
I might have, lad, but not any you can solve with a bludgeon. Anyway, come by the forge later for your reward.
All right?
نشوفوه يا جماعة هذا المحل هل أصبح مغلق. طيب زاك قال لي هنري تعال لي بعدين إلى محل الحدادة وحنعطيك المعلومات اللي أنت تحتاجها. وجينا لزاك في الحداد. يلا يا زاك، تعال يا زاك تحدث.
God be with you.
أعطينا الزبدة. أنا هنا من أجل جائزتي.
I'll come for my reward.
Of course. And thanks again, lad. It's worked wonders for my trade.
هل سيبيع أوتا محله لك؟
And will Otter sell you his business?
I don't know, but the way things are looking now, his trade will soon be dead as a doornail anyway.
طيب حول صفقتنا.
I'm glad your trade is going well. Now, about our little deal.
Ah, that little matter. Right.
ماذا يمكنك أن تخبرني عن العملات المزيفة تقريبا؟
Out with it. How was it all arranged?
One evening I got a visit from this scruffy beggar calling himself Rapota. He had a yellow cape on and kept whistling to himself. There was a knight with him too, but he didn't give his name. They told me what I had to do, how much I'd get for it, and I had to keep my mouth shut.
And where can I find this Rapota? Or the knight?
I don't know exactly. But I've always left the wagon with the goods behind the monastery, on the hill there, next to a small chapel under a big tree.
Anything else?
No. I swear that's all I know.
Well, that'll do me for now.
اوكي. وخلينا نوقف الى هنا يا شباب وننهي الحلقة. طبعا الحلقة كانت المفروض انها تكون 2.5 ساعة، يعني انا مصور 2.5 ساعة ومجهزها، لكن لقيت ان الحلقة حتكون طويلة اكثر من اللازم وتخلي ممكن المشاهد يصاب بالملل ويشتت تركيزه عن الاحداث اللي تصير. فلذلك قلت خليني نقسمها على 2، يعني كل حلقة ممكن 1 ساعة و10 دقائق أو 1 ساعة و15 دقيقة. فلذلك حننزل الحلقة هذه اليوم، وبكرة ننزل الحلقة الثانية. طبعا حلقتين جاهزات وموجودات في القناة وجاهزات للعرض. فيا شباب إن شاء الله الحلقة هذه نالت إعجابكم، وما تنسوش دعمنا بالاشتراك واللايك والنشر، وإلى اللقاء في الحلقة القادمة.